Do we have anything else? We brought a lot of things that you can look at, and this was in the USA Today on April 18th, and it's an advertisement. It says, May 1862, Battle of Drury's Bluff. And it's the U.S. Navy makes its first and last attempt to take Richmond by water, and that's a real photograph. And what it is, it's a tourist thing from Richmond, you know, again, because there's so many anniversaries, and they want people, of course, to come and like they probably do some reenactments, whatever. So 150 years ago, the now famous 7-day battle were a bloody turning point in the American Civil War, as Union forces tried and failed to take the Confederate capital. Walk the paths that led to freedom and visit historic Richmond. But the picture's interesting. Look at that. And we'll kind of leave things out here for just. We have one more sing-along. Do you have anything else you want to? No. Okay. Okay. We're going to do Maryland. Let me read you a little bit about Maryland. This is interesting. Yep, you're all going to know this one. Within 2 days of the surrender of Fort Sumter on April 13th, 1861, Lincoln issued his call for 75,000 volunteers to curb the rebellion. Among the federal troops to answer his call was the 6th Massachusetts Regiment, which started for Washington on April 18th, 1861. While passing through Baltimore on the following day, an angry crowd of Southern sympathizers pelted them with paving stones.
Wow.
Killed in the fracas were at least 4 soldiers and 12 civilians, plus 31 soldiers were wounded. News of the violence soon reached the ears of Baltimore native James R. Randall, who was a professor at, I'm going to say, Poydras College in Point Coupe Parish, Louisiana. Randall was especially affected by the news because the first name DeFall was a good friend and college mate. That night, April 23rd, Randall was inspired to compose a poem he entitled My Maryland. He then submitted it to the New Orleans Delta, where it was published on April 26th, 3 days later. So they were pretty quickly. His poem was first sung in Baltimore to the French tune Ma Normandie. It was then that 2 sisters, Jenny and Hetty Carey, adapted the poem to the tune of, I'm not going to say this right, Larger Horatius, something like that, which was based on the German folk tune Tannenbaum. In fitting the words to this tune, they changed Randall's refrain of Maryland to Maryland by Maryland. It was in this form that it was first published by Miller and Beecham, Baltimore in 1861, and by A. Blackmar and Brothers in New Orleans in 1852, so everybody. Melody used for Maryland by Maryland may be one of the oldest tunes known today. Musicologist Sigmund Spaeth have traced it to the drinking song, I'm not going to pronounce this, which has been credited to the deacon, Walter de Mates, who lived in Oxford, England in the 12th century. So somebody was saying it, how far back that was. By 1824, it was commonly sung as the Christmas carol, Sing along with this. Okay. Sounds like it.
cheek. Marilyn, oh Marilyn, thou wast ever bravely meek. Marilyn, my Marilyn, but lo, there surges forth a shriek, from hill to hill, from creek to creek, the town that calls to Chesapeake. Marilyn, oh Marilyn, heal thy Randall toll. Marilyn, my Marilyn, will to put in his control. Marilyn, my Marilyn, better the fire upon thee blow, better the blade that shineth the bow, crucifixion of the soul. Marilyn, my Marilyn. Oh. Yay.
Thank you. If anyone is interested in another Lincoln book that you haven't read, Killing Lincoln is a good book, and that is one that O'Reilly. It's quite a different perspective on the other people involved. Bill O'Reilly. He was a history teacher before.
Yeah.
He